guys, welcome back to the channel. Party people. Right, today I'm going to be cleaning my e-bike. There's a few bits you got to do different. It has been requested on the channel, so I'm just going to show you how I do it. It's not necessarily the right way, it's just how I do it. So the first thing to do, or what I do, clean the drive chain. So I'll do that first. Then the book, because I looked it up, you get a manual with it obviously, and you just get warm water and a sponge. Don't put any products in it whatsoever. So let's get started. So as you can see, you can't pedal backwards. It won't make the chain go backwards. So you have to lift the whole bike up and pedal it forwards to move the chain round to clean it. So you may have noticed as well that you can actually pull the chain or push the cassette and it will make it move backwards. And also, which is handy, and also on a normal bike the crank is always in front of a couple of teeth. On an e-bike you can move the crank out of the way and get to all those teeth that are being covered, so that's a result as well. So you may have noticed it's not actually that dirty at the moment. So I'm going to start with washing the bike now. Just warm water and a sponge, that's all you need. I'll start at the top and be careful not to hit the display and the control unit. I don't touch that at all with the water, just completely miss it, and I'll wait until later for that. Yeah, winning. It's nice to be able to do something in the evening for once. So when I do the batteries in here, when I do this bit, I don't have a massive clump of water. I have it like like hardly any water. And then, so the other thing to bear in mind is it's a matte paint job, so I still haven't got it Invisi framed. So you've got to be really careful of grit on it because it does scratch really easily. So the front bit's carbon and the rear bit's aluminium. So the aluminium bit's not so bad. Yeah, just something to think of. I usually just rinse it down, try and get the grit off, and then go over it. So now there's a few little nooks and crannies that you have to get in. Normally, sometimes I take the wheels off, sometimes I don't, but like I said, it isn't that dirty this time, so time to dry it off. And this is the point where I give the old display and the control unit a bit of a wipe down because it's a bit drier, but it's still a bit of moisture, do you know what I mean? Get a little bit in here as well, so shake that out. Give that a see, and even from just lightly sponging it, there's still water all down here, so The main thing is to remember, electricity and water don't mix. So just keep that in mind. That's what I do anyway. And try not to get the bits where electricity are too wet. The thing is, if you watch some of the bigger channels and the more popular videos on YouTube of e-bikes, they're smashing them through floods and big puddles and everything, and it looks amazing. But you've got to remember, these people are probably sponsored, and if the bike dies, it doesn't matter. They just call them up and go, oh, it's broke, send me another one, or, you know, they'll get a new battery or whatever. But me and you don't have that luxury, so you've got to properly look after it. You get a bit of a muddy puddle. I said about this before, you get a bit of a muddy puddle, a bit of a water pool in here, so tip that out. So, looking good, pretty happy with that. I then put some silicone shine on. I haven't tried this one before. Just one of the downfalls of lockdown. You go to Halfords and you tell them what you want, you're not allowed in there. And then they come back with the most expensive stuff. And there's a massive queue of people and you can't sort of go, can you get me another one? It's a bit, you know, expensive. But I'm sure it's probably pretty good. 15 quid for G85, silicone shine and a sponge. Bit expensive I thought, but needs must. So what I do is just put a little bit on like the forks. Don't go mad. Just a little bit on the rubbers, keep them supple. Maybe a little bit on the aluminium. I wouldn't put any on the carbon bit, and maybe a little bit down here on the plastics and stuff. Looking good. Now I wouldn't put any on the pedals or on top of the tyres or any of the contact points because it gets a bit slippery, but anywhere else it's good. It's really good at repelling, and I think it gets less dirty as well if you've got this on there. The rubbish, mud and that can't stick to it as easily. It's all about preserving it for as long as possible, isn't it? Because these things are not cheap. And that is pretty much it. Apart from lubing the train, that is pretty much what I do. Looking absolutely sweet now. Well happy with it. All ready to get dirty again. So thanks for watching the video, guys. I hope this was some help. I think I've managed to remember everything. The main thing is I try not to get these wet, the controller and the display, and not too much water getting in sort of here. And this is the charge point, not too much water getting in there. Just keep it to an absolute minimum. And yeah, I thought just watching it with water wouldn't really work when I first started, but actually it's fine. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Now that's it, guys. Sorry about the camera angle. A lot of it I've cut the bottom of the bike out, which is a bit of a pain.